Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, it seems this story of Adani will not end today. I was listening to a press by Tony Gachoka. We all know Tony Gachoka. He has been in the media for long. So Tony Gachoka has a different version regarding the statement that William Samoei Ruto released during his national address at the parliament. And according to Tony Gachoka, he says that he is going to take this issue to the High Court to force William Ruto to document the fact that he is cancelling that Adani deal. And why is Tony Gachoka saying this? You will be shocked, ladies and gentlemen.
We are not going to take the word of William Ruto on anything. William Ruto promised this country he would reshuffle his cabinet and returned it. William Ruto promised this country no more taxes in the finance bill of 2024. All the taxes are back through the back door. It is not enough for him to tell Tony Gachoka that I'm withdrawing the Adani matter of the Jomo Kenyatta. I will not withdraw the petition in the High Court without a formal notification that is legally binding upon the government of Kenya.
Because one of the accusations by the bishops was that Ruto is fond of lies. So according to Tony Gachoka, he says that he doesn't believe in the words that William Samoei Ruto used simply because money could have been exchanged during this Adani deal transaction. As a result, Tony Gachoka is demanding that William Ruto must produce a document that supports his words. Why? Because even during the Gen Z's demonstrations, the finance bill was withdrawn, the cabinet was dissolved, but the people who are reappointed back to the parliament, to the cabinet, are the same people who are fired. The clauses that were contentious in the finance bill have been brought back through the back door. So that is the position that Tony Gachoka is taking, and saying that as a result, he must take William Ruto to court. So, ladies and gentlemen, in this analysis, I want us to go extensively into these remarks coming from Tony Gachoka. But before you do that, please, I'd like to kind of encourage you to like this video. It's so important if you like this video. That is the only way YouTube shares our content. Subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before. And to those who subscribed before, thank you so much for making this channel grow. So, I want to pay a very keen attention to this video. This is Tony Gachoka, who is sending a message to William Samoei Ruto about his request or his demand for Ruto to produce a document supporting his cancellation of the Adani deal. And as a result, Tony Gachoka is maintaining that this matter must be taken to court. So pay attention to this video.
We are going to raise this money. We did it to do the Kenya Commercial Bank. We did it with Kengen. We did it with Safaricom. And we are going to do it with the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. All we need is a genuine investor, a major international player like Delta Airlines of the US and others. We can be able to put together as Kenyans a bid that is people owned and people driven to be able to save the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. We cannot allow to mortgage our history and our future. Right, that is my thing. What happens to the cost? Now, on the 27th of November, this Wednesday, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa, and myself will proceed to Milimani High Court, where we shall be seeking a formal document by Adani Group and by the government of Kenya to say that they are pulling out of the petition. We are not going to take the word of William Ruto on anything. William Ruto promised this country he would reshuffle his cabinet and returned it. William Ruto promised this country no more taxes in the finance bill of 2024. All the taxes are back through the back door. It is not enough for him to tell Tony Gachoka that I'm withdrawing the Adani matter of the Jomo Kenyatta. I will not withdraw the petition in the High Court without a formal notification that is legally binding upon the government of Kenya that secures the assets and the heritage of the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. And I'm prepared to go up to the Supreme Court on this matter.
The government is likely to advertise for an...
Very well, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I've been trying to sample some of these reactions from people talking about the Adani issue. So we've done 2 videos. about Adani. There's one about Opiyo Wandayi, and then there was another video on Okiya Omtata. So this video, this is about Tony Gachoka, who is reacting to the statement by Ruto, and also creating another narrative here that maybe William Ruto is hoodwinking Kenyans, then he will bring back Adani through the back door. I don't know that that's possible again, but that is something that Tony Gachoka seems to be concerned about. There are so many people who've reacted to this issue. There are people who've castigated the members of parliament. I've seen so many people reacting about the members of parliament's position. Some saying that these members of parliament should all go home because it's as if they don't know what they are doing. The manner in which they were clapping. So according to Tony Gachoka, he seems to believe that the best way to deal with this issue is to take it to court. There's something he also mentions here, ladies and gentlemen, that Ruto could have known that because there's a petition that Tony Gachoka and jointly with Eugene Wamalwa, with that is for the APK, Jubilee, Jeremiah Kioni, and Wiper, Kalonzo Musyoka, they had jointly petitioned the government, and the main reason why they did that was for William Ruto or the government to come out clean on how the public participation was done, and any cost implications. So there were some questions which the Ruto was supposed to react to. So according to Tony Gachoka, he believes that Ruto could have seen that he was going to be confronted with a very difficult question, so he decided to withdraw it so that he be safe. Because based on Tony Gachoka's remarks, it's as if Ruto knew very well this issue of Adani was going to, finish him politically. So for him to survive, he had to withdraw it to cool, or rather to calm this opposition that was growing as a result of Adani. You see, the main reason why Ruto is facing a lot of problem was this issue of Adani. So the fact that he has decided to withdraw it or cancel it, it's going to give him some lifeline, political lifeline. Why? Because now people want to be talking about remove Adani deal, cancel Adani deal, because it has already been done. But you see, the narrative has shifted. Now people are not talking about cancel Adani deal. People are now going to the level of trying to ascertain the cost implications. How much was spent. That is what Tony Gachoka also is hell-bent in. I saw a certain video from the minister for Treasury talking about Mbadi, and Mbadi was trying to doubt a possibility of reimbursing, Adani for this, the whole thing, and going to an extent of saying that there is no way they are going to reimburse or rather to compensate Adani for this cancellation, because it's as if he didn't come out clean on his dealing. So according to Mbadi, ni kama Adani atakuwa ameenda hasara.
So my team, the PPP directorate, will give me a brief after that meeting. So as at now, I want to leave it generally that we are in the process of termination. And the brief will include if there is any possible cost implication, which in my view, I think there shouldn't be. The contract was signed on the basis of the presentation by Adani. And that presentation, if it was fictitious, if it was false, then there is no contract. When you do a contract, it must be with clean hands. And that's a very basic principle in law.
But the other concern again is how much did Kenya spend on this deal? That is also a very important or rather critical issue that needs to be addressed. And many people are talking about it. Many people want to know how much the government spent, because there are people who went to India to do some feasibility study there to try to ascertain the kind of projects that Adani has been doing in India, So those costs implications are the ones that people want them to be audited. And based on a statement from Tony Gachoka, he has also echoed the same, that there's a need for the country to be told how much was spent on this Adani deal. Because based on the calculation from Tony Gachoka, it's as if there were billions which could have been dished out as, token, or we can say commission, for securing the tender, 10%, which could have run into billions. So these are some of the concerns which are coming out from people like Tony Gachoka, and that is why Tony Gachoka is maintaining that this matter must go back to court. So he's going to petition the government. He will launch a petition with the High Court, and the petition will be to seek the government's indulgence rather to compel the government to produce a document that shows that they have cancelled that deal completely, because according to Tony Gachoka anasema kwamba yeye amwamini William Ruto kabisa, kulingana na vile alitoa finance bill na akaregesha zile bill through the back door, akatoa mawaziri akawaregesha through the back door. Yani vitu kama hizo zimefanyika nyingi. So inasema kwamba yeye kuridhika kwake lazima Ruto produce document ambayo inasema zile vitu alisema venye ziko, because he can say anything politically. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to rest my case there. But what do you think about this matter going forward? Just go below in the comment section and you can offer your reaction on that. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.